All right, let's talk about something that hits close to home for so many of us, that intense pressure of being a parent today, especially right here in Malaysia. I mean, we all want what's best for our kids, right? But is the path we're on, the constant push, actually the right one? Let's dive in and figure it out. And hey, a huge shout out to Rochford's education for making this really important conversation possible. Their support helps us explore the topics that really matter to families like yours and mine. So let's just start with the big question that gets right to the heart of it all. We're always pushing for perfection, for the best grades, for success. But we have to stop and ask ourselves, is all this pressure to be the perfect parent actually helping our kids to thrive? Or could it be hurting them? To get to the bottom of that, let's jump into our first section, parenting under pressure. We're going to look at that incredible weight of expectations from our culture, from schools, from our own families that can make parenting feel like you're stuck in a pressure cooker 24/7. And I bet this slide looks pretty familiar. It's that constant chase for top school rankings, the expectation for straight A's in, well, every single exam. It's about upholding your family's standing in the community. And oh yeah, trying to please the entire extended family at the same time. It's a lot. It's a really heavy load to carry. Okay, so where is all of this stress actually coming from? Let's dig a little deeper in our next section, the sources of stress. You know, sometimes looking at how other people do things, looking at parenting across different cultures, can help us see our own situation a little more clearly. You know, if you really want to solve a problem, you've got to understand its roots first. So let's just zoom out for a second. How do parenting expectations really differ around the world? Because realizing that there isn't one single right way to be a parent, well, that's a huge first step toward finding a better balance for our own families. And wow, this table just lays it all out, doesn't it? Take a look at success. Here in Malaysia, it's so often tied to academic ranking. But in a lot of Western countries, the focus is more on finding and nurturing an individual talent. Over in Japan, it's often about contributing to the group. But here's the real kicker. Look at failure. Where it might be seen as a learning opportunity somewhere else, in our context, it often brings shame. And not just to the child, but to the whole family. That right there, that's what creates such a uniquely high-stress environment. So understanding the pressure is one thing, but what do we do about it? How do we start to change it? Well, that brings us to a really crucial turning point in this whole conversation. Section 3, redefining success. This is all about making a huge mental shift away from just the final outcome and towards celebrating the effort it took to get there. Here's exactly what that shift looks like. The old goal? It's all about what other people can see, the grades, the rankings, the awards on the wall. That's external validation. The new goal, the healthier one, flips that completely. It focuses on internal growth. The effort they put in, the confidence they build, and, their actual happiness. Trust me, that shift is absolutely key to raising resilient, happy kids. Okay, theory is great, but how do we actually do this day to day? Let's get super practical in Section 4, strategies for a healthier home. I'm talking about real, actionable steps you can take to literally turn down the heat in that family pressure cooker. And here they are, 4 simple, manageable steps. Number 1, praise the effort, not just the A+. Number 2, figure out what success means together. Number 3, and this is a big one, make time for just plain old play. And number 4, model how to handle stress. Let's break each one down. So for step 1, this quote just says it all. When we praise the struggle, the strategy, the progress, that's how we teach resilience. So instead of only saying, great job on the A, we can say, wow, I saw how hard you worked on that. The way you figured out that tricky part was so smart. See the difference? That's what builds real, lasting confidence. And for step 2, it's about teamwork. Instead of us just handing down our definition of success, we can open up a conversation. Just asking your child, hey, what does being successful feel like to you can change everything. It makes them a partner in their own future and helps them find motivation that comes from within. Now, step 3 is about the magic of play. And I'm talking about unstructured play. This is not another class or scheduled activity. It's just spontaneous, kid-led fun. Building a pillow fort, doodling for no reason, just being silly. This is not wasted time. It is absolutely vital for creativity and, frankly, for de-stressing, for them and for us. And finally, step 4. Our kids learn way more from what we do than from what we say. letting them see how we handle our own stress, our own disappointments, in a healthy way, that's huge. Whether it's taking a walk when we're frustrated, talking through a problem, or just saying, "Mommy's having a tough day," that is one of the most powerful lessons we can ever teach. Okay, let's pull all of these ideas together now. In our final section, we're focusing on the end game, the ultimate goal of all of this: raising confident children. Because at the end of the day, that is what this whole balanced approach is really about. So what are the big takeaways to remember? First, just acknowledge that the cultural pressures are real. They're not in your head. From there, you can consciously choose to shift your focus away from just results and onto effort. It helps everyone remember that true success is about growth and happiness, not just what's on a report card. Because the goal, the real goal, is to raise a confident, happy human being who's ready to take on the world. So I'll leave you with this one final thought, just something to think about. What is one small change you can make, starting this week, to celebrate your child's effort, no matter what the final grade is? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.